Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're breaking down something every Filipino needs to know. It's the Data Privacy Act of 2012, also known as Republic Act number 10173. Let's talk about your rights, your data, and how it is protected under the law. This is your little señorita at your service. Did you know that this law was enacted on August 15, 2012? And it's also the main data protection of the Philippines. It applies to all organizations and individuals who collect data, use or store personal data. So whether you're in a government, so whether you're working in government or you're in a private business, or just simply managing a vlog or blog that collects emails. And this law is enforced by the city, whose job is to make sure our privacy rights are protected while still allowing data to flow for legitimate reasons like commerce, education, or health. So, who needs to follow this law? Well, basically, everyone. Yes, you heard it right. Everyone. Everyone who handles personal information, including government agencies, companies, and even private individuals, as long as the data subject is in the Philippines or data processing happens here in the Philippines. What is personal information? Personal information means anything that can identify, like your name, ID, or ID number and address. Now, if we talk about sensitive personal information, these are things like your health records, religion, or education history. We also have this privileged information, such as protected conversations, like those with your lawyer or with your doctor. Now, this law has core principles. The first one is transparency. That means you have the right to know what's being collected and why it is collected. Next, legitimate purpose. Remember that your data should only be used for legal and valid reasons. No other than that. And the third one is the proportionality. What is it all about? This is about collecting only what is necessary. No more, no less. Now, let's move on to your rights as a data subject. If you're a data subject, which means your personal data is being processed, in this case, your rights under the law are the following. So you have the right to be informed, access your data, correct inaccuracies if there is any, object to some forms of processing, erase or block data, transfer your data or data portability, and you can also seek damages if your rights are violated. Now, what are the responsibilities of the organizations handling your data to the subject, which is you? So they must do the following. First, assign a data protection officer or DPO. Next, register data systems with the NPC if needed. Conduct privacy impact assessments. Put security measures in place and report data breaches within 72 hours. What if they break the law? Well, violating the law has serious consequences. Now, if your offense is malicious disclosure, your penalty is up to 5 years and the fine is 1 million. Now, if it's about poor disposal of records, your penalty is up to 3 years with a fine of 500,000 pesos. And if your offense is about negligent data breach, your penalty is up to 5 years and with a fine of 1 million pesos. What is the role of the NPC or the National Privacy Commission? Of course, they are the ones who is in charge of making sure all of these works. This goes from investigating complaints to training companies and even issuing certifications. Now, being familiar with the Data Privacy Act of 2012 is very crucial to everyone. If you learned something new today, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with your classmates and friends or office mates. Got questions about your rights? Drop them in the comments. This is your little señorita. I'll see you again. Bye.